I salute Pusha for getting in the booth and airing shit out and, you know, expressing his feelings. That's what this is about. That's what hip hop is for. It's to get your shit off, talk your shit. If you got something to say it, stand on it. So I respect Pusha for that. My thing is, I don't want Pusha to fall into this box to where it looks like beef or issues are part of his rollout for his album.
See, but to me,
I don't want it to fall into that, is all. Because even with this Travis shit, right? I see more people talking about him dissing Travis than the song or the video being as dope as it is.
But that's how it's always going to go,
yeah,
no
but that's
matter
the
what.
Shit I don't like.
But there's also a large community, I feel, on the timeline that are just talking about how great Ace Trumpets is and Also Beat It, and how excited they are about this album, how great the rollout has been. But to say that would push, like, when was, Lord willing, when was the first Clips album?
2000,
like
something like that, 2003 maybe?
Yeah, 2002.
Damn.
For the last...
Yeah, you was a jit, baby D. You was a little jit. You was outside eating pickles and Kool-Aid. That's what you was on. Barefoot.
You really, I'm not that ghetto. That's crazy.
Barefoot.
So
yeah.
Go ahead, Rory. 23 years.
Okay, I can definitely say for Daytona with Infrared.
I am Savvy Mike in this. I am Savvy Mike TV, and Pusha T, he turned the streets up this week. Him and Offset. Now, we'll get into those reactions soon, if I haven't posted them already, or if this video's... I don't know when this video's coming out. I know it's the weekend. This is how I do things on the weekend. I just schedule these shits, and I take a break. That's just what happens. But either way, I know I reacted to the Offset music video with him and Jid. And it's fire. I already know that. Because I already know. It's fire. Okay? So, besides Offset and Pusha T, he's living up to his name. He's pushing T. He's pushing T. He's exposing people. He's giving information out. He's dissing Travis Scott. He's still, in a sense, shading Drake in a lot of ways. He's doing his damn thing. And he turned the hip-hop streets up. I love it when a nigga turns the hip-hop streets up. He turned them up. He's like, yeah, let's have a real conversation about Travis Scott. He's ass. He's not culture. All this nigga does is produces and engineer and say, yeah, that's it. And hit up Saha the Prince for his bars. That's all he does. And for the longest, I've been over here going, yeah, exactly what he said. Honestly, I've been thinking of it. I remember when Astro World came out, right? And Sicko Mode was going crazy, right? And I like Sicko Mode. It's a good song. But I went and looked at the credits. And while, yes, it is a lot of samples in that song, so it is a lot of people that should be credited. But at the same time, it was 27 writers on one song. Go look up the Sicko Mode credits. Now, they probably changed it. At a certain point, that did go viral. But I remember when that Astro World album first came out, 2017, 2018, one of them years, and I literally went to the credits on that song, and I saw 27 fucking writers. Now, Saha the Prince was one of those writers on there. So that told me, oh, no, they ain't sample no Saha the Prince song for Sicko Mode. And if they tell you that lie, they're lying. So that told me then that Travis Scott had ghostwriters. But as time went on, more got exposed, and we started to figure out, yeah, Travis Scott ain't in there writing his own shit. And he's just producing and engineering and saying, yeah, providing ad libs and sounding like the rapper as much as he possibly can. And, you know, he's done what he needed to do. But I like that Pusha T's like, no, let's expose this fraud. Because that's all he is, truly. Well, let's expose him. So Pusha T is living up to his name. He's pushing T. And so we're going to get into the Rory and Mal clip, which is what this video is about, because I'm sure that's what I titled it. But DJ Head gave us some interesting information on what's going on with this whole situation. Let's listen to him first, and then we'll get into Rory and Mal. It's Pete. Game.
Clips have been a victim of certain things that happen within in the record label system. There are individuals who probably were signed to the same label or parent label who wanted to hear the Clips records before they came out, just to make sure that the Clips were not talking about this person on their record. Allegedly. You might be talking about me on your album. I need to hear everything that they're about to put out. It's like, what does that, how does that even work? Have you ever heard of an artist that is on a label wanting to hear your music before you put it out that don't have nothing to do with them?
Does said person have a lawsuit against UMG right now?
It's possible. I love the fact that Pusha T is not holding anything back at this point. It's like, yep, that's true. Shout out to Steven Victor, too, their manager, who basically let the cat out of the bag. Like, yeah, we had to spend 7 figures to get out this deal with Def Jam. I saw a lot of people talking about this is a rollout, that he's dissing Travis Scott because of the rollout, and they're talking about Def Jam because of the rollout, and they talking about The Boy because it's a rollout. Or this is just what's happening to them in their career.
But so what?
Yeah.
And I hate when the music just gets so political. Just fucking rap. So what if he might be talking about you on his album? Pusha says, I feel him. I hate rappers who don't rap. What are we doing? And in that clip, he's referencing the Travis Scott thing. So he tells the story how Travis Scott comes into the studio. He plays the project, but the Drake verse is not on that song. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, great record. Production is amazing.
Shout out to Pharrell.
The music video is amazing. And just physically, the clips look good. They pen age forward and then they age backwards. They don't sound like no old niggas rapping. It's clips, but it's with the times.
Most of the people that I know of that I could think of off the top of my head in music from Virginia don't look their age. The Clips, Pharrell, Timbaland, Missy.
You think it's the water?
Maybe they closer to the equator.
Let me see what the basketball team look like.
All right, that started to get a little redundant. But either way, I could agree with Gina's views there, but I found that very fucking interesting. I did. DJ Head gave us some insight there. Because I was wondering, because when Pusha T was like, we had to pay 7 figures to get out the deal because lawyers came in and lawyers got involved and said, we need to hear this and we need to hear that. I was just like, why though? Like, regardless of whether Drake is getting dissed or not, that benefits the label more so than it even does the artist. If anything, hell yeah, diss him again. Have at it. We want to see the same amount of money we saw last year, this year, plus more. So we need to start another rap beef to do it with the same nigga that we're in court with. Well, do you, Pusha T? Because we can always come back with liability like, hey, that's just the artist expressing themselves in their art. We're not going to stop them from doing that. So the fact that maybe it wasn't really a UMG lawyer that went and hit up Def Jam, it was probably a UMG lawyer through Drake that's probably working with Drake, trying to hear the album, trying to hear what's on the album, and trying to hear if he got dissed, just so he can hear it, just so he can be ahead of it. I'm not mad at the chess move, but it is sloppy when you're not dotting your I's and crossing your T's and you got niggas like DJ Head able to expose it. But I'm not mad at the chess move, though. I'm not mad at Drake doing that. Don't call me a Drake fan. But I'm not mad, because I would pull, if I had that same type of power, I would pull that, yeah. Oh, can I hear my ops is working on an album? Is there, I am in litigation with my label right now. Maybe there is a way, a loophole that we can get that album and we can hear it before it's even out. And I fuck with Pusha T and his manager, Steven Victor, for standing on business going, well, if that's the case, no, we're not letting you hear the music and we'll get out of this deal then. Since that's what y'all standing on, if that's where we're at with it, how much? Bye. I like everybody standing on business. Either way, let's listen to Rory and Mal reacting to the track.
Said he thought it was nasty when Travis was hyping up like that, which we all saw and we covered on this podcast. Everyone saw that clip. We thought it was weird too. Like, it's your man. It's like, what the fuck? And Pusha saying, you're not even a rapper, so why you hyping up beef? You claim to be neutral and play, like, be on both sides, but now you hyping up the Like That record, which is honestly dissing somebody Push hates. So I give Push the credit on that. Like, you look goofy doing that too. And then you look goofy coming in the studio playing some shit that is going to diss this guy the next week, even though we know that I think Drake did that record like the night before. But you're not going to step in like, no, I was just with Pharrell. Like, don't do that on my record.
Yeah, because we've seen
Like, that's
artists do
some of
that
my
before where they be like, nah, I can't. Like, come on, that's my man. I can't put that verse on my album.
And we can't be hypocrites because when Drake put out push-ups and was throwing shots at Future, I understood it. Future didn't diss Drake on like that, but you sitting there harmonizing with somebody that is.
Yeah, and it's on your album.
Yeah, so yeah. I think Drake had every right to do that. So that's where I do feel push on this entire thing. Like,
yeah, I'm not mad at what Pusha is saying. I'm not mad at his stance on things. Obviously, I understand it. Like, you know, these are rappers. We're talking about Travis is not a rapper. He's not about to bar nobody down. He makes, you know, big songs and things like that. Has a great live performance. But, you know, rappers, this was Pusha's talking about, the rappers, the guys that really can construct these bars and really, you know, go at each other. Like, you know, I could see him feeling the way. I just don't want, because I kind of feel like, now I like the fact that Pusha's addressing shit on wax. Let me put that out there.
And first of all,
I would rather him be addressing it on wax than to be going live. The corny shit, like some rappers do, go live, start tweeting. Like, as long,
by the way, that stuff is fine if you're also rapping.
If you're rapping, if you putting it in the music, cool. But if you're not putting the music in, you just addressing your issues with rappers on podcasts or on IG Live, or it's like, come on, bro, get in the booth. So
I would have to disagree with who said that? Rory? No, don't tweet it. That's what fucked Nicki Minaj up in her beef with Megan Thee Stallion. That's what fucked Bia up in her beef with Cardi B. You can't. That's what fucked Meek Mill up in his beef with Drake. You cannot tweet the tea that you're gonna quote unquote spill in the record. Save it. The fact that nobody knew Pusha T had an actual problem with Travis Scott is amazing, because once the bomb gets dropped and more starts to get revealed and things start to get unraveled, we're like, oh shit, Travis is a goofy. I mean, some already knew that, but now at least the rest of the hip hop world and culture is knowing. So it's like, yeah, we gotta, you know, treat this man how we need to. So either way, I definitely would rather you, I'm with Maul, don't tweet it. Don't go live, drop it on the track. So then when we're listening to the track and it gets to the scathing part and we're deciphering the bars, we're like, holy shit, he's talking about Travis Scott. And then the next day you do an interview saying, yeah, I was talking about that nigga and here's why. He's a whore. I prefer that much over you spilling it on Twitter and then because then at that point it's redundant. It's like, I was listening to the track because I wanted to hear something new, but you're basically just telling me everything you were telling me when on Twitter or in the live. It's just, it doesn't add up to me.
I salute Pusha for getting in the booth and airing shit out and, you know, expressing his feelings. That's what this is about. That's what hip hop is for. It's to get your shit off, talk your shit. If you got something to say it, stand on it. So I respect Pusha for that. My thing is, I don't want Pusha to fall into this box to where it looks like beef or issues are part of his rollout for his album.
See, but to me,
I don't want it to fall into that. Is all because even with this Travis shit, right? I see more people talking about him dissing Travis than the song or the video being as dope as it is.
But that's how it's always going to go.
Yeah, but
no
that's
matter
the
what.
shit I don't like.
But there's also a large community, I feel, on the timeline that are just talking about how great Ace Trumpets is and Also Beat is, and how excited they are about this album, how great the rollout has been. But to say that would push, like, when was, Lord willing, when was the first Clips album?
2000,
like
something like that, 2003 maybe?
Yeah, 2002.
Two?
Damn.
For the last...
Yeah, you was
23 years?
You was a jit, baby D. You
Oh,
was a little
yeah.
jit. You was outside eating pickles and Kool-Aid. That's what you was on. Barefoot.
You really? I'm not that ghetto. That's crazy.
Barefoot.
So
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rory. 23 years.
okay, I can definitely say for Daytona with Infrared, he threw a little shot at the end on the outro. I wouldn't say it was part of the rollout, But yes, it definitely got some attention. Then Drake ended up replying, and then we went down that rabbit hole. But I wouldn't say that was the main focus of his rollout. It's almost dry. I guess there was a few shots here and there, but I didn't think the rollout at all was around that. Matter of fact, the Daytona rollout was the Kanye 7-track shit. Like, nobody was even really thinking about beef for that. They were excited for what Kanye was marketing.
No. I'm not saying.
I'm saying
this is something that Push has always done.
But I see a lot of people saying that, like, oh, here goes Push again doing the clout chasey shit to get attention. I'm like, dog, since 2002, he's done this like once or twice.
I don't even really think it's a lot of people saying that, Rory, because you're right. Like, he doesn't really necessarily do this. I think it's more so people on the Drake campus side and the Drake stand side is going, why does this nigga always have to diss somebody to roll out his album or music? But the thing was, too, there, I forget, when he did that infrared shot on that Kanye-produced album, Daytona, yeah, that's what started the beef. So okay, well, you were using that to sell the album that was already out. Okay, cool, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, you dropped Duppy. And then he dropped Story of Adidon. You can't bite the cheese, Drake. You get caught in the rat trap. Like, you just gonna get caught in the trap. Like, you did it with Kendrick, too. You bit. Don't get caught in the trap. Travis Scott can bite if he wants to, but the way this nigga Pusha T talking and how he moved, especially seeing how the rap beefs have went, a trap was set with that verse on So Be It. Travis can choose to bite if he want to, but guess what? The same fate might happen to him that happened to Drake. You gonna get caught in the trap. Don't do it. And if that promotes a man's music, sure. If that promotes his career, sure. There's no problem with that. But like I said, I think that's the Drake side of thing. That's the narrative they're trying to spin about Pusha T. Because academics kind of said something around the same, thing. It was like, oh, there's no way Pusha T could have heard that verse on Meltdown because I didn't turn that verse in until the day before. So he's probably just dissing Travis Scott to roll out his album. That's what Drake said per DJ Academics. Now, DJ Academics didn't say Drake was, but we can confer that was the source, right? So if that's the case, then I am to believe that Drake is delusional. If he thinks that that's just the reason why. Maybe Pusha T just don't like this nigga. And he wants to put it on wax. But that's what rap is for. I don't like you, so I'm going to put it on wax. And if you got something to say, you can say it. But if I'm a killer, which we all know Pusha T to be, I'm going to kill. That's just what's going to happen. So if I was Travis Scott, I would tread lightly. He should not respond. He should act like it didn't happen. Like, I seen Bun B doing an interview with Shannon Sharp talking about this. And he was like, oh no, Travis might have dropped something right now. Travis Scott ain't said a word. He ain't said a word. It's been peep. It's been quiet in Houston. Houston had a problem and it went dark. Nobody has said anything. Travis is ignoring this, as he should. Because this ain't your bag. And you, like I said, you'll end up, your head will get chopped off. And then what? Don't do it. All because you feeling prideful. It's okay, Travis Scott. Produce, engineer, and say, yeah! And hope to God side of Prince send you a verse.
No. It's not really a push thing per se. And some of our favorite rappers, 50's rollout was punching down on every album.
I mean, but you can't. 50 is...
Hove did it. Like, this is hip-hop.
Yeah,
like,
but that's...
It's just this new generation that thinks it's corny to make dissing other rappers part of a rollout when it's been that way since 1988. Like,
no, it's listen, beef in hip hop has always been, the first hip hop record might have been a diss record. If you really go back and listen and dissect those bars. They might have been talking about some niggas from up the block. Right? So we know that. But what I'm saying is, because now my thing is if Travis responds on his next album, right?
God.
I'm just saying. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear Travis.
I don't want to fucking hear it
Listen,
either.
man.
I don't care if Sci-Hi pens the shit.
I
I don't care if Hov
Travis
pens
is
it.
a
I don't want to hear it.
Travis is a great entertainer, has great records.
Great musician.
One of the best live shows that you probably will see. Love his merch, his sneakers. He's doing a lot of great shit. But when it comes to just rapping, I don't want to hear Travis going there trying to bar Pusha T down. I don't want to hear that. I'm not here for that. But if he responds in a Travis way, in the middle of a song somewhere where, niggas is mosh pitting and it's, fuck Pusha on some rock shit. I don't know. However he want to do it.
I could see that happening.
But then now does Pusha on the next project, what is he doing? Is he back to, is he flaming Travis up on the next album? You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I don't want it to
Might not
fall
even be
in.
the next album. You might just get a response record out the gate.
But that's what I'm saying. I just don't want it to fall into that. I love the video is amazing. That's what the clips have always done. Has given us great visuals and things like that. So this is right on brand for the clips. But yeah, I respect it, man. If you got an issue with somebody in rap.
And I saw a lot of people like, yo, that's corny because like everyone knows Travis doesn't even rap like that. Since when can a rapper not rap about shit that happened if it wasn't rappers?
Travis, please don't rap. I'm telling you right now, it's a trap. He's setting a trap. That's what Pusha T does, and he does it well. He does it fucking well. That's what makes him a killer. He's setting a trap, and he's looking for you to bite. He wants you to bite. Don't bite, okay? We know you're not a good rapper. We know you have help. We know you have ghostwriters. Everybody has accepted that, and they still sell out your shows. They still go rage out with you, create the mosh pit, all the fire, I'm not going to bring up that one controversy that happened because kids died, but, that happened. We've moved on from it. But at the same time, you do not want to see, and that's the thing, Pusha T is going to have way too much ammo. He's going to have way too much fucking ammo. So stop. While it looks like it is being sparked and started, because I don't believe it's more Travis Scott disses on this next album. It's not. But I do believe that Pusha T is looking for him to bite. He wants him to bite. Pusha T is locked and loaded. He's like, all right, if you bite, drop this. all right, this nigga is crazy. So don't bite. That's my advice to Travis Scott. Do not bite. Walk away. It ain't worth it. Your career will be the same. You still fuck the white hoes and the black hoes that like that shit. You still do your thing. Don't bite. Either way. I am Savvy Mike in this. It's I am Savvy Mike TV. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like as always. And please, if you're willing to, subscribe. Peace.